Hello and welcome back to another video. That intro might have been a bit more energetic from my past videos because I'm not feeling as sick, but let's get right into this. So Taysom Hill. Let's just look at how many snaps he took at each position that he played, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 positions, and we'll see how many snaps he took at those positions. This is a last season, not this season, because we're only one game into this season. So last year, 22 snaps at running back, 41 snaps at quarterback, 44 at wide receiver, 48 at field goal / extra point blocker, 51 at punt returner, 65 at kick returner, 85 at tight end, 77 on kickoff coverage, 72 at slot receiver, which kind of ties in with a wide receiver, I guess, and 67 at punt coverage. That's a lot of snaps at a lot of different places. Well, not a lot of snaps, but that is a good amount of snaps spread out across a lot of positions. And now let's look at his stats real quick. His rushing yards, he has 156 rushing yards on 27 snaps, 234 receiving yards on 19 receptions, 1 rushing TD, 6 receiving TDs, also 390 passing yards. Total of the rushing and receiving, the total there is 390 yards. Really, camera? Really gonna do that to me like that? I hope that's back to level. Plus 55 passing yards on 6 attempts and 3 touchdowns and 12 kick return yards. So for a total there of 457 yards and 10 touchdowns, along with 3 tackles on defense. Now, just looking at those stats, I know, those don't seem like much, but you gotta remember, he's a backup, really, at all those positions. He's not a starting quarterback. He's not a starting receiver. He's not a starting running back. He's not a starting tight end. He's not starting on anything, really. He's just a backup, but he gets playing time through being a utility player. Here, this receiver's getting kind of tired. Throw Taysom Hill out there. He's ready to go. This running back needs a bit of a break. Throw Taysom Hill out there. He's fine. Our fullback's not blocking like we want him to. Put Taysom Hill there. He's 6'3", 221, right? 6'2", 221. If their tight end needs a break, throw Taysom out there. Heck, if Drew Brees is kind of like, I want a bit of a break just for a few snaps, you put Taysom in there for a few snaps, like at the end of the game or something. Put Taysom in there. He's not going to mess up that badly. He's a utility guy. He has versatility, and that's how he gets on the field. I feel like that's how everyone needs to learn how to get on the field. Is we need to learn how to play multiple positions in order, if something happens at any position, we can be next up at one of those positions and just be like, yeah, we can go in. It's utility. It's like in baseball where there's being more guys who can bat and field plus pitch, like Shohei Ohtani. There are more guys like that coming into the league. In fact, I believe one of the top prospects of the next draft is a outfielder who can hit home runs along with pitch. Utility. You can be put at any position. It gives you a roster spot. You need something to separate yourself from all the other guys. It gives you a roster spot. So that's how he's been able to stay on the Saints roster for so long. Well, not for so long, but that's why he's getting playing time. And it's even amazing that he's getting any playing time anywhere in the first place, because in college he had 4 season-ending injuries. He had a broken fibula, an elbow strain, a foot fracture, and ligament damage in his left knee, which I know none of those sound, major, but, he would get like halfway through the season and then get injured. So he was kind of injury prone in college. And as I said before, he's 6'2", 221. He's got the size for quarterback. He's got the size for tight end or running back. And when I go through his combine measurements, he's got the speed and agility for wide receiver or running back or tight end. He's got the speed, size, and agility for anywhere you want to put him. That's another thing. And when I go through these, his 40-yard dash, his vertical jump, his broad jump, his 20-yard shuttle, his 3-cone drill, when I go through all of those and list off other players who did the same stat as him, you'll see why he's getting played at multiple positions. So he ran a 4.4 40-yard dash. You want to know another NFL player who ran a 4.4 40-yard dash? Antonio Brown. He had a 38.5 vertical jump. You know who else had a 38.5 vertical jump? Odell Beckham Jr. He had a 10-foot 2-inch broad jump. You know who else had the same? Stephon Gilmore. He had a 4.3 20-yard shuttle. You want to know who else had a 4.3 20-yard shuttle? Devontae Adams. He had a 7.033 cone drill. You want to know who else had a 7.033 cone drill? T.Y. Hilton. I know Antonio Brown's not in the league, but when he was in the league, he was amazing. Odell Beckham Jr., good, Pro Bowler. Stephon Gilmore, Pro Bowler. Devontae Adams, Pro Bowler. T.Y. Hilton, last year he was kind of injured, but Pro Bowler. Led the league in receiving yards in 2016 or 2017. All the names I listed off, he's in good company. And, when I list off those stats, and I list off the versatility, and I say the size, you see why he's getting the playing time. And then when I say the injuries and stuff, you wonder how he's even there. It's honestly just kind of an amazing story. He went on a 2-year Mormon retreat type thing before going to BYU. And then, he played 5 years there. He was a 5th-year senior. Had 4 season-ending injuries. Only had 1 season where he didn't have a season-ending injury. And then declares for the draft, goes undrafted. I believe he got picked up by the Packers first and then the Saints. He didn't play any time with the Packers, though. And then he went to the Saints. And he's been there ever since. It's kind of an amazing story. I wouldn't be surprised if after he retires, there's going to be a movie made about him or something like that. He's just that kind of player, I mean, once Drew Brees retires, Taysom's the backup. He's listed as a second-string quarterback. So you gotta wonder, if he does become the starting quarterback, how's that going to affect where he's going to play at other positions, How's that going to affect how much time he gets at receiver or tight end or running back? Or how much time he gets on the kickoff return team or just special teams in general? Because do they want to put the guy behind Taysom Hill out there to try and throw it to Taysom Hill? Really, I think it just depends on who they get to back up Taysom Hill, or if they get someone to play in front of Taysom Hill to kind of take some snaps, while Taysom also takes a decent, they both take half and half, and then on that half that Taysom isn't taking snaps at quarterback, that's where they put him in at receiver or running back or tight end, and they can put him on the kickoff, or they can put him on special teams, because if he gets injured, at least they know they can have someone who's serviceable at starting QB to play him there, because special teams are a good amount of injuries, just saying. So Or they could just put him at designated quarterback and play him very little at receiver or tight end or running back and take him off special teams completely because they don't want him getting injured on special teams. It it just depends how the Saints do that. But that is probably a few years down the line because Drew Brees is 40. He's probably going to play until he's like 45 or something. And unless he gets injured, Taysom's still going to just be getting, a few snaps at a few different positions. I kind of want to know, though, like Taysom Hill, if he's watching this video, which I doubt he is, or just someone, can you answer me? Is Taysom, was Taysom Hill, that one guy in backyard, like that one guy you play football with, just like for fun, just some like backyard football type thing, after school. What's it freaking called? It's not street football. If I call it backyard football, it'll sound like I'm talking about the video game. Pickup football. Pickup football. That one kid who you played pickup football with, was he that one kid who was just like, yeah, I can play quarterback, wide receiver, running back. I can play any position on defense. I can kick too. I can just bomb it 50 yards real quick if you need me to. There's always that one kid you're playing football with, like, for fun. And there's just that one kid that can play every position. I'm just wondering if that was Taysom Hill. Because he didn't do this at college, I don't think. Crap, I forgot to I don't know. I think he was designated quarterback because when I looked at his college stats, he did pretty decent in college. Oh crap! I forgot to plug the mic in. Sound quality is gonna be terrible. It's fine. I will see you guys in the next video.